So let us continue class for the last characteristics of criminal law, which is the prospectivity. So when we talk of prospectivity class, we will go directly on Article 21 of the revised penal code, which states that no felony shall be punishable for any penalties or by law prior to its commission. So, atong timayan na class kanang sa Article 21 kanang gitawag nato nga nolum crimen nulla poena sine lege. There is no crime when there is no law punishing such act, or no felony shall be punishable, or no felony shall be punishable by any penalty. No felony shall be punishable by any penalty prescribed by law prior to its commission. Prior meaning before. Prior means before, prior to its commission. So, pananglitan, say nakakommit siya o say for example, nanguan siya, nangihi. Simple na example kini siya, kanang gitawag nato nga misogynistic approach nga kanang imong gi sitsitan or murag imong gibastos ba, imong gibastos ang usa ka babae nga naglakaw, si for example gi-commit nimo siya karong adlaw, and then pagka Monday class ni take effect ang kanang Safe Species Act, or the Anti-Bastos Law. So ni take effect siya class pag Monday ni commit ka karon Friday. So kung imong tan-awon class, applying the prospectivity principle of the criminal law, the act committed by A sa pagkabirnis, dili siya ma-held liable even though naanay implementation of the Safe Species Act or the Anti-Bastos Law pag Monday. Nga naman class, klaro kayo ang Article 21 class nga no felony, no felony shall be punishable by any penalty prescribed by law prior to its commission. Na-commit niya ang misogynistic act or the pagbastos sa usa ka babae, pagbirnis. Then ang balaod is ni take effect pag Monday. Therefore class, applying the prospective applicability or the prospectivity of the criminal law, dili siya ma-held liable. Dili siya ma-held liable class. Because a prospective in character class, it is a penal law cannot make an act, a penal law which cannot make an act punishable in a manner in which it was not punishable when committed. Klaro kay class? Balikan ako, penal law cannot make an act punishable in a manner in which it was not punishable when committed. So wala pa'y balaod nga gi-implementar anang pagkahitabua nga di ka ma-held liable. Kay nolum criminal poena sine lege, there is no crime when there is no law punishing such act. So the prospective character of the criminal law presupposes that they are prejudicial to the accused. If a criminal law is favorable to the accused, it must be given retroactive effect. So muna gingon class, kung favorable to the accused, apply ka og retroactive application. Criminalization is a prejudicial to the accused. The law on criminalization should be given a prospective effect. Hence, prosecuting a person for a crime committed prior to the passage of the law, punishing is not allowed. See, for example, class, the crime of plunder. The Congress passed a law on the crime of plunder under Republic Act 1780. But before silbi na yung mga allegations against late President Ferdinand Marcos. And dinaghimo sila nga balaod kanang Republic Act 1780. Now, gusto nila i-apply ang 1780 sa katong mga alleged or mga allegations nga na-commit during the time of Marcos. The question class, pwede ba ka mo file o plunder Pwede ba ka mo file og plunder? I mean, mo file og plunder nga na-commit ang katong mga allegations before, ha? Before the passage of the law? The answer is no. Nganong no one? Because the crime, the crime committed on violation of the Republic Act 1780 on the time of Marcos, on the time of President or late President Ferdinand A. Marcos, Republic Act 1780 was not applicable during the time. Therefore, applying the prospective character of criminal law, you cannot file a case against late President Ferdinand Marcos on Republic Act 1780. Klaro ta? Sa'yo na kayo pagsabot, class. Prior to its commission, prior to its commission, wala panay balaod sa pag-commit nimo sa usa ka sayop nga gituhuan nga say for example gituhuan nga against siya sa mankind, against siya sa humanity. Another example, class, kanang Cybercrime Act, Cybercrime Act or Republic Act 10175. Before, kung naay mga malicious imputation or dishonor or discredit of a person by means of using internet, social media, so libel at class, libel lang. Nga naman, wala pa man siya gidefined under sa Cyber Prevention Act or the Cybercrime Act. Wala pa siya gidefine siya, so wala pa. Therefore, ang imong i-file kaso is libel. Now, nana ang libel, ang cyber libel. Nanay cyber libel, class. See for example, nanay cyber libel. Dayon, nahitabo to siya is before the passage of the law. Then dili ka pwedeng mo apply ana nga naman. Maigo ka sa imong i-apply ang prospective character or prospective characteristics of criminal law. However, class, kung magbutang og magbutang ato sa one of the clauses sa imuhang balaod nga ibutang didto as long as it is not against or it is not unconstitutional nga this law shall take take effect to all crimes committed prior to the passage of the law. So nagibutang na siya. Now, class, kung ingon ana, class, pwede ka maka-contest. Nga naman, that is violation to your rights, That is violation to your right enshrined under the 1987 Philippine Constitution. That is unconstitutional. So, you need to contest that, class, if ever man galing. Now, retroactivity, class. Ito na lang yapil ang retroactivity. Unsa lang ang retroactivity? Silbi imong ipa-retroact. Ang prospectivity gani siya, class, is moving forward. Moving forward ka, class. Dayon kini si retroactivity, class, is moving backward ka. So meaning paatras ka, si prospective paabante ka. Now, as a general rule, penal law shall have prospective application. So paabante ta, mao na siya general rule. Lest de-acquire the character of the ex post facto law. Ang ex post facto law, class, it is one of the constitutional limitations on the imposition of penalties. And in fact, it is also provided under sa ato ang Article 3 of the Bill of Rights of the 1987 Philippine Constitution na no ex post facto law or bill of attainder shall be passed. So, gibutan na, kaya nga naman, it is violation man on the constitutional right of the person. So, however, there are exemptions to the prospectivity rule. Law shall be given retroactive effect. Muhatag daw ta siya, class, muhatag ang balaod o paatras. Una, if it is favorable to the accused. Kung kana siya nga paatras is maka-benefit si akusado. As long as, class, si akusado is not a habitual delinquent. Ang habitual delinquent, class, I think it is defined under Article 62 of the RPC. Any person man na siya, class, who committed an offense of his last release, 10 years from his last release or conviction for a crime of least serious physical injuries, fraud, homicide, Staffa, I think, just to check the definition of the habitual delinquent class, ha? Or the third time offender. So, mo na siya class, kung nakakommit siya gingon ana class, di siya pwedeng mapasulod nimo sa retroactive application. Ha? Kay mao na siya ang iyahang qualification. So, don't worry class, because we'll be having thorough discussions on reiteration, recidivist, quasi-recidivist, habitual delinquency, kana siya class, mga multiple offenses. Ha? Madiscuss ta na. But for now, we are talking about the retroactive application. Kaya human naman tas prospective. Prospective, balik ko na ko paabante, retroactive paatras. Provided nga kung paatras ka sa balaod, imong i-apply, kay kinahanglan favorable to the accused. Kinahanglan sad siya nga who is not a habitual delinquent. Okay? And if the law provides retroactivity. Karon class, kung ingon si balaod class nga this law applies retroactivity. So meaning, kung pananglitan na ay nakakommit, si for example, si A, nakakommit sa illegal possession of firearms. Ha? Si for example, ang imuhang balaod diha is Republic Act 1222. Example lang sa class, ha? Ha? Now class, ang penalty is reclusion perpetua. Dayon, while pending imong kaso class, na ay law nga na-approve nga nagingon, si for example, Republic Act 10591. Si for example na class, ha? Ningon siya nga the penalty of illegal possession of loose firearm is no longer reclusion perpetua, but reclusion temporal na. Check nimo class. Nakabutang dito sa clause sa clauses nga this law, the law shall apply or applicable retroactivity or retroactive. Ha? Nasa retroactive application. So for example, nagingon siya dito. So ikaw nga akusado or imuhang counsel na class, mukha na siya class nga applyan ang iyong retroactive application. Why? Because you are not habitual delinquent. And the retroactive and the penalty is very clear. It is favorable to you. Why? Kay before reclusion perpetua man niya, karon reclusion temporal naman, so favorable to the accused who is not habitual delinquent. Then pwede na siya nimong i-apply ang retroactive application. Kay paatras man, timaning klasa basta retroactive application paatras, prospective paabante. Favorable and non-habitual delinquency. So penal law shall have retroactive effect insofar as the favor the person guilty of the felony who is not a habitual delinquent. It is provided class under Article 22 of the Revised Penal Code. In sum, there are two requisites ko na class to apply the law retroactively. In accordance with Article 22, balik ko na sa nako, it is favorable to the accused and who is not a habitual delinquent. Mao na siya balik-balik class. Favorable to the accused and not a habitual delinquent. So, but even if the law class is favorable to the accused, it shall be given prospective effect. Ha? Bisan pag, di ba lang istorya ta ganiha, favorable to the accused, sir. Ikaduha, who is not a habitual delinquent, yes, sulod ang retroactive. However, class, kung pananglitan, habitual, kuan siya, favorable to the accused, ha? Base sa balawad, favorable to the accused, pero class, he is a habitual delinquent. Therefore, class, kay habitual delinquent man siya, class, ayaw i-apply ang retroactive effect. Adto ka sa prospective effect. So, applyan nimo sa penalty nga para niya. Nga naman, he is a habitual delinquent. And it is very clear under Article 22 of the Revised Penal Code nga in favor of the accused who is not a habitual delinquent. So, decriminalization class. Naigi ko ang diri class nga decriminalization daw. So, meaning class, decriminalization, during the time nga gi-commit ang offense, is punishable by law. Ha? Punishable by law. But, while pending, or on trial, pero nakadetain siya, naibalaod nga gihimo class, nga nag-ingon, nga ang katong balaora is gidecriminalize na class, meaning to say, dili na siya punishable by law. Dili na siya punishable by law. Therefore, applying the retroactive application of the law, pagawason ka. Pagawason ka. Nga naman, wala na may balaod nga nag-prohibit sa imong gihimo. Kaya nga naman, it is already decriminalized. Mo na siya pasabutan na class. Applying the retroactive application. Okay. express provision class. Next, a Congress in passing a law can insert a provision in retroactive subject to the constitutional prohibition of the ex post facto law. If the law expressly provides retroactivity, the court must give retroactive effect to this law even if the accused is a habitual delinquent. Ha? Ganiya class, akong giistorya ninyo class. Ha? Para di maglibog ha. Niyan ako ganiha nga si A class nakakomit og offense. Dayon ang offense itong time mapag-commit is reclusion perpetua na balaod nga gihimo. Ha? Na balaod nga gihimo. Nga ning ingon nga kanang kuan na siya, ang penalty is reclusion temporal. So, ari siya ta, reclusion temporal. Ha, walay clauses ha, walay clauses. Reclusion temporal. Tanawan nimo si akusado. Oy, favorable. Yes, favorable. Nga naman, ang penalty is 1 degree lower man. Yes, counted. Karon, kuan man siya class, habitual delinquent. Unsa kay ito giingon sa article 22, kinahanglan siya who is not a habitual delinquent. So kay dili man siya habitual delinquent man siya, now ayaw apply sa retroactive effect. Apply ka og prospective effect. Ha, mo na siya class ha. Walay clauses sa balaod nga gingon. Then sa katong gingon karon class nga bago nasad nga express provision, ha, from the word express provision. Gibutang siya clearly sa balaod nga muhatag daw ka og retroactive effect, ha? The court must give retroactive effect to this law even if the accused is habitual delinquent. Kung pananglitan class ang balaod, there is an express provision nga nag-ingon nga muhatag kag retroactive application. Pero kung ang balaod class wala ni hatag og clauses under dito sa section 1 to section 15 maron na dito'y nakabutang sa katapusan or walay nakabutang sa katapusan nga muhatag kag retroactive application, ha? Then kay habitual delinquent man siya on my first example, prospective effect mong i-apply. Kung pananglitan na express provision class, ha? Express provision. Nga, favorable to the accused. Yes, favorable. Habitual delinquent. Yes, habitual delinquent. Pero na may gibutang express provision sa balaod. Klaro kayo, gisuwat. Then, the court will follow, ha? Or will apply retroactive application. Okay, class? Nasabtan, ha? Next is effects of repeal. Ha? Absolute repeal and partial repeal. Ting class, kini siya nga mga topics is no longer important. Ha? Kay, on your case, as a criminology students, we will focus only on the characteristics of the criminal law with their general application and exceptions or iyaha mga principles nga generality or general rule and exceptions. So now, we will not include the absolute repeal and the partial repeal on the discussion of prospectivity. Okay, class. As a whole, class, I presume you already understand the three characteristics of criminal law from generality, territoriality, and prospectivity. When we talk of generality, baliko na ako, we are focusing on the person who committed the crime. While on territoriality, we are dealing with the place or geographical area in where the crime is committed. Dayon, kung may tag prospectivity class, of course, we are looking, ha? Atong gitanaw ang iyahang application sa balaod kay niana man nga kumingon ka og prospectivity class kinahanglan nga or dili ka pwede ma-held liable for those crimes or for those offenses or acts nga prior to the passage of the law. Therefore, prior man siya, of course, class, di ka ma-held liable. So, nga na rin siya, class, kasi yun ang prospectivity. Ha? And thank you and God bless. So, if you have questions regarding this discussion, class, you may comment below or you may directly message to our group chats for some clarifications and suggestions. Thank you and God bless.